What's happening, guys? My name is Jamie, this is the Norwich Reptile Shed, and in this video we're going to be talking about my plans for brumation and just generally a little bit of an update. What's up, guys? So in this video I'm just going to have a quick talk about some of the brumation stuff. I have started to sort of shift it up a gear, get ready for some bits, and I'm going to just show you some of the stuff that I'm doing, as well as just kind of showing you around the reptile room a bit. I've actually had a really good sort of clean up recently, and it's awesome out here. Yeah, normally I come out here and I have to like tiptoe around stuff, but yeah, at the moment there's sort of like nothing to do apart from sort out brumation, which is a major thing, but there's almost like nothing to do out here, which is it's a bit strange. So let's have a little look. So yeah, as you can see, it's all a bit neat and tidy and not what you come to expect from a Norwich Reptile Shed video. Normally it's a bit of a go in the background, but yeah, look at this. We've got actually room to move around. So we've done a few things recently. I've repotted this philodendron, for example. That's all good. Taken the dried out bamboo out of one of the cat snake vivariums, and replaced that with the that is the Pachira aquatica, which seems to be my new favourite plant for growing in these vivariums. It seems to tolerate the light in there a little bit better, and I've got some nice sort of new growth popping up. So I don't know if you can see, but there's a nice bit of new growth. Slide the finger in there. And there's a little cat snake as well. Can we see the tail? She obviously knows we're about. Should we say hello? Say hello. Oh dear. Oh, there's a face. Hello. So these guys are some of the snakes that aren't brumating in the shed, or this year. I'm actually going to keep these running, maybe at a slightly reduced temperature. They probably will naturally, because of the size of the enclosures, they're naturally going to cool down anyway, because the whole room is going to be slightly cooler in here as the temperature drops. Even though right now, if we have a look, right now we are saying 20, just under 25 degrees, and being as it is about 12 degrees outside, that's not a bad thing. So yeah, Ty is going to be brumating, Mr. Pine's going to be brumating, Baby Pine, she'll be brumating, Falsey, not brumating, Penny, the black rat snake, she's brumating. Obviously we've got another false water cobra down there, not brumating. Royal Python, not brumating. Daisy, now Daisy's going to have her own video, and I'm not, let's get the light better on Daisy. So I'm actually going to do my own video on Daisy, completely preparing her. I think she's going to have to bust out her best acting skills, because I want to do a video about the start of brumation for tortoises, specifically Hermann's anyway, and the fridge method that I've used, because we've definitely got it down to a T now. Know what we're doing. Daisy's always brumated really well, but I'm not gonna brumate her, and this is the reason why. I'm not going to brumate her until at least December, maybe even like halfway through December, and the reason for that is I'm still currently being able to grow a lot of plants outside for her. So all this food around her here is homegrown. we can go and have a look in the garden in a minute. But so we've got some dead nettle down there. We've got plantain, clover. I've still got petunia flowers outside. Still got mallow. It's all still growing. Which, I mean, I know it's only, well, I mean, it's October in a couple of days. Tomorrow. It's October tomorrow. Yeah, so I know it's still, you know, autumn. But the longer I can keep her fed with my stuff, I can means that I haven't got to struggle to feed her at the start of next year when we're going to have more snow, freezing temperatures, and yeah, so it just helps us out a little bit. So yeah, Daisy, even though we're going to do a video about brumating tortoises, we're not going to actually brumate her until a lot closer to Christmas. So yeah, that'll be an interesting video. And obviously, because of this setup and being in the reptile shed, she can stay hot. You know, we can up this lamp if we need to. We've got UVB, so it's a lot easier in here to kind of keep her hot and running, rather than if we kept her purely outside. So yeah, what else have we got? Obviously, Moose has passed away. So we've got this vivarium is currently for storage, but I will be, it's a really old vivarium, so I will be chucking that, because I will be replacing all of these with home built ones similar to Rocky. Obviously we went over Rocky. Rocky's not brumating. Leopard geckos, I have decided I'm going to brumate them. And obviously Piggy, the hognose snake, and we've got a corn snake in there. So this, she'll be brumating as well. So yeah, it's going to be a bit weird and quiet in here for a lot of the sort of like winter time. Obviously all of this stuff over here is absolutely fine. I'm going to keep all of this going. Just a quick update as well on putting the lamp in here that we did in the last video. I'm actually really liking the look of this. The way this is all growing. All the plants are looking really healthy. Everything's looking good, and I've noticed that I've had a lot more kind of assassin bugs out along the back where it's obviously a bit darker, so they obviously like it a bit darker than they do completely lit. And in the original way I lit these was having a big UV strip all the way along the back, and then a 2-foot strip, LED strip all the way along this bit as well. So they were a lot more flooded with light. But since doing that, I've noticed that the assassin bugs kind of come out a little bit more. And then you definitely obviously see hasn't changed too much in here because we've got a UV lamp now at the back. So that's worked out really well. So yeah, really happy with that. So here is the start of my preparations for brumating. So I've run out and everyone's got sort of brand new tubs. I've started to label them up. Everyone's got vent holes. So what I've actually done, I don't know, it's quite hard to see here, but I've got some. I actually thought they were straight when I was drilling them. Look how bad my eyesight is. Jeez. So I've got lower, and then on the other side higher, to kind of get that cross ventilation through when there's going to be a little bit of heat going in here. Obviously there's going to be a little bit of heat during brumation, just to make sure we don't go into too cooler temperatures up in the loft. And I'm going to show you later on in this video what I'm doing in the loft, because I'm currently building their sort of brumation box. But this is what I'm going to be doing. I am going to be, for the majority of everything, it's going to be on aspen. I don't really use substrates like this. Obviously, you know, we build cool natural looking stuff, but for brumation, going to use aspen. Daisy's always been on topsoil, but yeah, these guys I'm going to keep them a little bit drier, and then obviously tailor it individually. So yeah, the leopard geckos might go on topsoil. Not too sure at the moment. We'll see about that one. Hello. So, as I mentioned in the last video, I think I said I'm going to brumate all my snakes in the loft this year. And that has come with its own kind of challenges. So, a couple of weeks ago, I actually boarded out a large section of my loft because it wasn't ready for anything like that. So I've made it so we can actually get up there, change water bowls, and just keep on top of the snakes. Obviously we still need to keep fresh water in there, so probably once a week I'll go in there and change the water bowls over, so make sure they've got fresh water. And I'm going to take you up there next, and I'm going to show you what I've done, because I'm actually going to build a little kind of insulated unit just to manage the heat in there, just in case the temperatures dip too low. Like I said, this is a new one for me. Last time I cooled the whole shed down, and it was okay, but it was quite stressful keeping animals in here that didn't want to brumate, or didn't, you know, necessarily brumate in the wild. So I was trying to combat heat in them as well as brumating stuff, so that was a pain. But this year, obviously, we're going to move everything into the loft that can brumate, which is why we've got the tubs. So yeah, let's go and have a little look at what I've done in the loft. Okay, so welcome to the loft. So a couple of weeks ago, I boarded all this out, ready for setting something up for brumation, and this is what I've started. So basically just a real simple box that I can control the temperature in if needed. There's still a bit of trial and error, but what I'm actually going to do is line this with this foil insulation, and if I need to I can add more on the outside if I have to. I don't think I'm going to have to. And then what I'm going to do is I've got a the Inkbird thermostats, which is a Wi-Fi enabled stat, so I can view that on my phone, and I'll have that set to the sort of minimum temperature, and then have that connected to either a heat mat along the back or some sort of small heat device. But yeah, probably a heat mat. Yeah, so just the biggest heat mat I've got, I'll just mount it to the side, to the back side. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is, annoyingly, I run out of nails today, staples to staple this on. But so I'm going to line all the way around, all the way along the back, and then also make like a curtain that goes along here as well. Naturally, this is going to have a bit of airflow going through it anyway, because it's not, you know, the curtain isn't going to be, you know, airtight. So so yeah, that's my plan. That's just kind of a sneak peek of where we're at the moment with it. We're still a couple of months away from actually putting the snakes up here, so this is just me sort of getting ready to go. This is actually 600mm tall, which is the height of two rubs, two of the big boxes I've got, plus a little one on top. I'm not sure why I did 600 now. Didn't need to. So it's yeah, so it's big enough for 4 of the big boxes stacked, 2 on top of each other, next to each other. Then the square ones that the leopard geckos, oh, I don't need to go 600. The leopard geckos, the corn snake, and the piggy is going to go in. So yeah, plenty of room in there for all of that. Yeah, so let's head back to the shed. So that'll do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in on this one. I will obviously do a more in-depth video about the procedure that I go through for brumating these guys when it comes to it. But I'm just sort of, like I said earlier, I'm just sort of taking like, you know, the first steps as to getting things ready to put them all in. So if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to support the channel further, please head over to Patreon, where for £3 a month I can feature your name at the start of each video. Thank you very much, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.